What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting, or we hunt for the good real so you don't have to. It's your boy Brad, the Brett Man's right over here. Chris is right underneath us down here, and today we're going to be talking about Halloween Kills again. We're excited about it. If you haven't seen our previous videos on Halloween Kills, check out a link for those over Brett's head over there. But until then, stay here today because the new some reviews have started coming out for the movie, and we wanted to talk about it. They haven't been great on Rotten Tomatoes yet, but they haven't been horrible. So we just kind of wanted to go through some of those, see if we should be concerned at this point, and just kind of get our overall feelings on these first batch of reviews here, guys. You guys ready to tackle this subject today here, or what?
What were they doing at Venice?
Yes.
Why can't they be on America's soil? No, I'm just kidding, but I'm just great that these news have come out. I do have some thoughts to say. Like some frustrating thoughts. I'd like to finally try to get them out there, but I'm ready to go.
Sounds good, man. Chris, you excited, man?
I am excited. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to get through some of these. I've read a couple of them, so excited to see what the rest of them say.
Okay.
And
we got coming our way, you know.
And do not worry, we are not going to spoil anything because we are not about that on this channel. Because I know everybody's waiting patiently. We're not going to spoil anything, so you guys are good to go.
Right, you are, Ted. We just, like I said, we wanted to jump in and see what these are all about, kind of get our reaction here, and we will start. IMDb is a little shaky right now, so let's get this one out of the way, okay? They got the IMDb score up right now for is it 8.6 out of 10, but there's 100 reviews. I mean, come on now. Come on.
No chance.
Now, granted here, guys, this isn't don't look into this IMDb score quite a bit because there's 100 reviews here. You could go on right now as a fan and rate it because it's just open. And even though the movie hasn't come out yet, all of us could go give it 10 stars and it would be there. And there's so few reviews that this score is pretty much it's not relevant in the slightest. It's not real. That's going to come down. So let's not look too much into that. But there are a couple critic reviews on there that if you guys are interested to check out, they're there. I think there's only 2 at the moment. So nothing crazy.
But tread carefully too, because I can't remember if it's either that site or Rotten Tomatoes where there's a certain review that does go into spoiler territory. So do be careful when you decide, if you choose to decide to read those reviews.
Right. And we're doing this today pre-recorded because if we do stumble across anything spoilish, we're going to take it out. We're not going to put it in the video for you guys. So
exactly.
Let's get into the Rotten Tomato thing here a little bit. So right now it's at a 46. Not too much cause for concern here because there's only 13 reviews. I mean, obviously it's a rating system, so that could end up being very much, in that ballpark whenever we're done here. But let's not think about it too much because right now it's very few and far between. We got 6 fresh ratings and 7 rotten ratings so far. Yeah, so it's pretty much even. It is not good.
But you know what's also not good? These freaking reviews, man, because like these critics are not pure horror fans, and just some of the things I've been hearing about what people are saying about this movie, it's just really pissing me off. Like, what the hell do you all expect? Oh, it's too gory. What? It's Halloween Kills, motherfucker. Like, what do you want?
Well, let's get into it here. Let's look at the reviews and let's see what they're saying about it, and we'll go from there. Because I think
please. I just want to check like what the hell this madness is.
So what we're going to do, we're not going to pull the full reviews up, just the little snippets they put on Rotten Tomatoes. And the first one here we have is Jessica Keong here. Bert, I'll let you read this one out for us.
Okay. The writer strayed dangerously close to getting rid of the one relationship of any substance at all, the symbiotic link between Laurie Strode and her internal faceless nemesis. Of all the things Halloween Kills had to kill, why that?
Ooh.
I mean, technically they killed that with Halloween, right?
We'll leave that up for a second. Yeah, they did. And what we can do, guys, do you guys want to kind of talk about each one as they come up or just kind of go through them all?
No, let's do each one if it comes up because, like, what the hell does Jessica know already? That's what I want to know.
Hey, she's a top critic, man.
Top critic. It's to be noted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I bet she loves her horror movies.
So, I mean, I guess it's hard to say exactly what's going to go on with this. I don't think it's saying too much. It's just saying, obviously, I think it's kind of maybe she's saying that it's kind of, pulling away a little bit from that that rivalry. I don't think it's anything too much to talk about here, unless you guys have anything you want to say about it specifically.
She's drunk. Next one.
All right, we got Jonathan Romney here. This one says 40 years after John Carpenter made the defining slasher movie, director David Gordon Green has made a credible stab, as it were, at reanimating the title. Nothing too crazy here, guys.
Now that makes me hopeful. That I like that short little review.
3 out of 5. I could live with that. I mean, this is pretty standard fare. I mean, this is kind of get you going a little bit.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Give me another one.
All right, Chris, you read this one, friend.
Oh, okay. I guess you know my reading skills. Competent and generally pretty entertaining. Nice. I can't fucking wait to see this, bro. I love that.
That's Wendy Ide, and she's a top critic.
The top critic. Way to go, Wendy. Love that.
It's simple,
fun.
straight to the point.
It's evocative. It gets the people going. I love this. All right.
Hey, so juicy, dude.
So juicy, bro.
Stupendous.
Bert, you got anything you want to add here to this one?
No, just playing just playing it simple. That's all I gotta say. I don't know what's more impressive, that review or Chris's rating level.
Chris, why don't you take a stab at this next one too, buddy?
I'm hooked on been hooked on phonics. From Asher Luberto, for all the deep and troubling psychoanalysis of this film, it's also a textbook Halloween movie. And
there we go.
I think that's pretty in line with that's kind of what I think that a lot of these reviews are going to say. That it's a Halloween movie. You already know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of, that's pretty par for the course, right? I mean, it's a Halloween movie, so you know kind of what you're getting.
Yeah, you're going to get Michael Myers. Yeah, you're going to get Michael Myers, and it's called Halloween Kills, so Michael kills. What more do you want?
I don't think any of us are going to be disappointed with a textbook Halloween movie at this point. I think that's actually that's saying a great thing for us as Halloween fans. I think that's awesome, man. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anything else, guys?
Nope.
No. All right, Brett, you want this one, my friend?
All right,
all the rotten ones. God, you want me to take this one? You can take the next fresh one?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, Halloween Kills certainly feels like more Halloween, but the game board is left exactly as it was found in readiness for round 13. The only thing that advances is the body count. This sounds like a positive. What the fuck?
I know. What the hell, dude? Like 2 out of 5?
Kind of. More, but I think that and this is something else that I kind of caught on in the couple that I read, which is basically, and kind of like what the last guy said. You know what you're getting. There's nothing really. There's no originality to it or anything like that. It's just another Halloween movie, which is great and terrible at the same time because you want it to be really good, but at the same time, I also don't want it to be a complete retread of the last one. So, whatever. I guess that remains to be seen.
Yeah, and there's nothing originality to this guy's freaking goatee and mustache either. But like, what the fuck do I know? But yeah, I'm with Brad. I'm with Brad. That's to me seems more like a positive and a negative. So 2 out of 5, my ass.
Yeah, everything he's saying here is actually kind of gets me excited. I mean, it feels like more Halloween positive. The game board is left exactly as it was found. So I mean, whatever. I mean, you don't expect it to change too much. I think the game board is pretty much well set at this point. It's like Monopoly. It's not going to change too much. You can change the appearance, but you can't change the shape.
Exactly.
Pun. But anyway, and the only thing that advances is the body count. Hell yeah, man. Let's get that. That's Robbie Colin, of course, a top critic out of the UK.
God, that's got to be Colin. Let's not call him Robbie Colin just because we don't like his name.
Brett, man, you take this one right here.
All right, let me go ahead and use my glasses here. Adam Solomon says David Gordon Green's latest entry to the iconic franchise is fittingly scary and absurd. I see that word I like right there, scary, because I do love a scary Halloween movie.
I like the word absurd too. I think that's also a good word for this. I think we've all expected this movie to be chaos since we read about it,
Yeah, it's going to be a little over the top, and I think that's not going to sit well with some. But count me in, man. Fully erect. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go. Give me
boy.
another.
All right, Christopher, this one's for you.
From Philip de Simlian. It all feels so rote and old school, especially during such an exciting era for the genre. 1 out of 5.
Okay.
Well, let's go ahead and give him a timeout, like his little media company is called down here, and say, "What the fuck? Old school
He's,
is
you know
never
what
bad."
though, man? He's a top critic. You never. I don't know, man. You know, good looking
Yeah,
beard.
well,
Wow.
yeah, but ugly ass haircut.
Um.
But anyways, we're not here to talk about like facial features and haircuts.
Apparently
and
we
all
are,
that.
because you've absolutely dogged every one of these fellas down
Well,
here.
I
dude. My
can't
God.
help it. I'm too pissed off. I'm trying to find stuff to get mad at. But
These fellas
but
get-
this one here, folks, kind of like it's like, hey, sometimes old school is cool, and we need a break from the new era that we're at right now. I could see why he had that concern, kind of like with the newer audience. But you know what? That's fine. You need to please the older audience too, and just the use of old school tactics to do so, I got no problem with that.
Bert is a critique of the critics, if you will.
I was about to say, man, you fucking give an honest review that doesn't sit well with him. He's coming for your self-esteem, buddy. You better look out.
Yeah, I have no issues
love
with
it.
this one, guys. I have no issues with this one. I think old school is fine. You know, I love the new kind of artsy horror movies as much as the next guy. I absolutely love them. But, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with old school. And especially considering this movie, Halloween, is an old school horror movie, it should be old school. So that actually excites me. Again, a negative review going in the right direction for me.
Yeah, and this feels kind of counter to what people were saying about the Halloween of 2018, which was people love the fact that it kind of got back to the old school and it was really simplistic, you know, it had some of the old school POV shots and was such a great callback to the original. So it's kind of weird that they're going the opposite direction for this one. Like, oh, it's too old school, you know, but whatever.
All right, moving on. I'll grab this one again, Brett, since this was a bad one. I see the next one's not too bad. Owen Glibberman. He's a top critic from Variety. He says, it's a mess. A slash movie that's almost never scary, slathered with topical pablum, and with too many parallel plot strands that don't go anywhere.
I believe that's Plum Bum. No. Too many plot strands that don't go anywhere. See, this to me speaks to what I was talking about before, which is these parallel plot strands that don't go anywhere. I think that's going to be a problem that some people have because this is going to be so closely. I mean, this and Halloween Ends are, you know, I mean, it's all part of one big storyline. They were written together. Were they filmed? They shot them together, right?
Well, they were supposed to, but
yeah.
With the Global Bastard, they had to film this one, and then in January they're going to be filming Halloween Ends.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, but they had that in mind that they were going to.
Shoot them back to back.
Yeah, they were going to shoot them at the same time. They were written at the same time, so they're very much, two halves of the same story. So, I think that's going to. There are going to be a lot of things I think that are open-ended, and there's going to be a lot of setup in this one that, like a lot of plot strands and things like that get set up in this one, but the payoff won't happen until we see Halloween Ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's like pretty much my big worry about this Halloween Kills is that it's going to lose kind of like track of the story and just really focus in on the kills, and that's great. And it's Halloween Kills, so I expect that. And I know that's going to be like the big thing that they're going to just shove in our faces. But if you lose track of the story, I feel like that's really going to hurt Halloween Ends. So I am really hopeful to be wrong that they're going to lose track of the story.
It can happen. Like we saw from the trailer, we know they're going to be doing a lot in this movie. There's going to be the storyline with all the returning characters, the manhunt for Michael. There's going to be the story inside the hospital with Lori. There's going to be flashbacks. We know that already from everything we've known, up to this point on the road so far. So there's going to be a lot of
at the beginning. We
story.
started to do spoilers, and you basically just gave away the entire movie.
No, come on now. We all know that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That's very common. If you know anything about the movie, that's kind of the direction they're going. We don't know what's exactly going to happen in each of those stories, but we know there's at least 3 different timelines, or not timelines specifically, but 3 different stories they're going to be going down. So I could see this being a thing, but hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah, and I've been hearing too that even if some of the people that did read the script of this movie already, that there's still going to be surprises in this movie. So I did like hearing about that, but there are still going to be some big surprising things that are going to happen in this movie.
Right, you are, bed. Hey, you want to take this next one away, Brittman?
I sure can. I know why you want me to get this one. Okay, it's going to be
I'm sorry.
It's going to be by Savina Petkova saying enlarging the God, that name really gets me. Enlarging the more private generational pain into a sociological phenomenon for the whole town seems a viable device to keep the story growing. Okay, see, that goes back to what my worry was about the story, like from growing and being focused on. According to that review, that does not seem to be a problem, and that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, this one I'm excited about. So, I mean, I think this is something we saw from the trailers, is this movie is going to get more involved with the town and the kind of the legend of Michael Myers and the town's response to him from both 78 and obviously here again in 2018, from when this is set. So I think that's kind of cool. I like that kind of expanding into that outside of just the small story of Laurie Strode. So I think that's kind of exciting. I like that one.
Yeah, that's something that I've always been kind of interested in since they announced that aspect of it, is how they're going to deal with that sort of transference, if you will, of the story from it being this connection between Laurie and Michael to suddenly there's like a whole, it's not just that he's after Laurie, it's that, he's basically on a killing rampage in the entire town. There's like basically a mob, if you will, that's after him. I've always been kind of interested to see how they're going to handle that. So that sounds pretty promising from her.
Yeah, it's like the script. If you guys remember the script from Halloween Returns, I believe was that script at the end of it. Michael had wrote in blood at the end of that script that the town will never be safe again, or something to that effect. So I think that's kind of cool. It's kind of taken that idea into the canon story here, and I think that's kind of cool that the whole town is, I mean, he's out for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chris, have you read? No, Chris, have you written a Rotten Score yet?
I don't think so. Give me one. Fire one up,
yeah,
buddy.
Let's get one. Yeah, right there.
Okay, Nicholas Bell from Ion Cinema says that the last installment gave us some thoughtful subtext on grief and trauma. All characters in this sequel across the board feel extremely futile. 2.5 out of 5.
Man, like, I know the first thing that's in my mind, but I'm just going to be nice to him because he's bald and he just already is having it rough already. But I absolute bullcrap. I don't buy this one.
You see, I probably can, and this is probably one of the things that we've been talking about it already. That the characters in this are going to take a back seat to the kills. And like you were just talking about a second ago, I really hope that it doesn't lose sight of that. And I mean, upping the kills is great, but not at the expense of your character arcs. You know what I mean? So I hope that's just his take on it and not something that comes to fruition.
I could buy this. Like, just because of everything you just said, Chris, I think it could certainly happen, but that's not to say it's not going to be a good time seeing Michael wreak havoc, and we can still tie those arcs up in the next movie. So not necessarily be horrible, probably likely, yes, but we'll get into here to the next one.
Like, the only real character that I really need them to build up really for the next one is Allison. Because to me, is going to play a real crucial part, not only to this one, but it ends. So if there is a character that they really have to nail in this one, it has to be Allison.
Allison, they were feeding me guacamole. They got me all chubbed out. All right.
Oh, man. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Oh, man, I got peanut butter over my penis. Anyways.
Oh, my gosh. Moving on to David Rooney, Hollywood Reporter, top critic. He says this latest installment is like a latex ghoul mask, so stretched and shapeless, it no longer fits. Oh, well, neither do you.
He has less than 3 years to live.
Jeez.
Hey, we do got a special guest that has some words to say about this particular one.
Uh-oh. You tell him it still fits perfectly.
Yeah, it fits very well last night.
Yeah, it fit very well last night. But no, I'm like Mr. Rooney here is what we call just a little loony. So next one.
All right, Bert, this one's you, man.
All right, let me get Crispy Myers past. There we go. You just say crispy. Okay. Damn, no picture for me to make fun of? Okay. Ben Quirrell.
This guy knew you were coming.
Hey, very smart. Ben Quirrell from IndieWire says an almost elemental slasher outing unclouded by conscience, remorse, or delusions of mortality. Damn, I thought we were about to go like a Dr. Samuel Loomis quote right there. No conscience, no reason. But
God damn you, Michael.
Oh man, that would have made the whole review right there if it just said that. But
it just said rating C+, and all it said on there was "God damn you, Michael."
By Samuel Loomis, that would make my day. But no, I'm not worried about this Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah, that one doesn't really get me excited in the britches. Chris, you got anything to add?
No, sir.
All right, next one then. I think that's your rule, Chris.
Now, God damn it!
No, we did that guy.
Okay, sorry. Hold on.
I was about to say, I know that he's already.
We've done Wendy. We're done. We're Fine.
We're done. It's over, baby.
Olé.
Okay. That's it, man. That's all the reviews. What do you guys think?
You know what? I was really surprised that they could give it this score, knowing that ending. The ending that we all read about already, where Michael and Lori hash it out in the hospital with samurai swords. Fuck me. We said we weren't going to do spoilers. Wow.
hey, no, we got this already on video last year for Good Real Hunting. Chris said it, so we got video evidence. So if it happens, everybody's got to give Chris over here $50.
Well, we didn't. We got to throw in the part about the tomatoes being thrown at them too.
Oh yeah, that too.
Sorry about that.
But no,
overall,
yeah,
sorry,
go ahead,
man. You go ahead, man.
No, overall, right where we saw there, it's 50-50 right now, but I'm obviously on more side of the positive scores than I am with the rotten scores, because those rotten scores, for the most part, absolutely made no sense to me. They sound like more like up my alley of positives than actually rotten. And it just proves my point again. Most of these critics are not horror fans. So how do they know about what we see? And it frustrates me, because we do need more horror critics out there actually giving fair actual reviews.
Well, let me do this for you, Brett. Man, I got there's one of the reviews I pulled off IMDb from the critic, not one of the fan ones, from Ben Rolfe over at discussingfilm.net. And this is a couple little.
Okay.
I mean, this full thing is available there, but let me just read a couple highlights from it. I think that looked kind of interesting.
Sounds like he had a nice goatee.
There's a couple things here that I was kind of excited about just from this review. It says, Halloween Kills is a nonstop, blood-rushing blast. David Gordon Green takes the brutality of his 2018 film and amps it up, breaking the dial in the process. So I like that one. It goes on how Michael tears it up. And then another thing it says is, what makes Halloween Kills differ from 2018 Halloween is the fact that it's less about Laurie Strode, and we all kind of figured it was going to be Michael's movie. So I think that's also exciting. I won't go in to too much of that, but obviously it talks about the returning characters that we know are coming. It's a let's see, here's one that I really like, a quote from the same review. He says, in terms of filmmaking now, Halloween Kills is a compelling horror delight. It plays heavily into the audience's fear of darkness. As a cinematographer, Michael Simmons blasts strong beams of light to contrast the emptiness of each scene. That sounds awesome. It even compares these visuals to the original Dean Cundey style from the original 1978 classic. So that one really excites me, because I think that's something that was kind of missing in the 2018 movie.
Heck yeah, and good review, sir. Very good review, and pretty much.
Hold on, I'm still rocking this out, Bert, man. I got a couple more things I want to add.
Sorry. Go right ahead.
He says the cherry on top is John Carpenter's new rendition of his classic Halloween theme. It's just as chilling as ever. And I think they pointed out a couple of flaws, one being the writing and the dialogue, kind of the same issues we had with 2018 with David Gordon Green and Danny McBride. A couple of things, farce, inauthentic dialogue is how they put it here. And I could see that happening again, unfortunately. But overall, they seem to really like it.
Okay. But yeah, that's that review is probably the best one we heard about out of all of them for all the positive reviews. That gets me really excited. Pretty much the big thing I really want in this movie, I've been saying this comparison a lot. We need to treat this like Empire Strikes Back. The bad guy it's all about the bad guy, and Michael has to win. Whatever, at the end of the day, he has to win. And if he doesn't win, then I'm going to get really upset.
What's your Ted?
I think that he wins enough when he halves Lori at the very end of this with that katana, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, here is the question.
I've been halved. Sorry.
Here's what people want to know. Here's why they are here today. After seeing these reviews that have come out so far, should we be worried at all, or should we be more excited, or what do you think?
Honestly, more excited because to me, the positive reviews, even the Rotten Tomato, like the Rotten scores of it and the explanations of those Rotten scores, just for me personally, gets me more excited because that's what I want and that's what I look forward to in a horror movie, especially a slasher too. So that honestly, like, I'm a little bit more excited to go see Halloween Kills.
Yeah, I'm still like right. I was excited to begin with. I never let reviews sway me one way or the other. Maybe if it was something that I didn't really have high hopes for and the reviews are out of the park, maybe it can garner some interest from me. But typically, if I'm excited, the reviews don't sway me one way or another. And I think that people should feel the same, man. I mean, I think if you're excited to see it, then, you shouldn't let these sway you one way or another.
I agree. Here's, honestly, my take on it is hasn't changed my mind at all. If it came out and it was like a 12 and everything was like, oh, it sucks ass, but it's not like that. Everything kind of seems pretty like the bad reviews aren't that bad. They can be taken as a positive. The good reviews are solid. I think none of these reviews have told me, they've confirmed, they validated every thought that I've had about this movie coming in. We all knew it was going to amp up the action, the kills. You knew it's going to be less about Laurie. You have more characters coming in. You knew that already. That's all stuff that we expected. And yeah, we expected it to be probably less story driven and more kills driven. It's going to, because it's the same night as Halloween 2018. The story's been set up already. We're just following those vibes throughout and seeing where that goes. So I think that's everything here is what I expected. So my opinion has not changed whatsoever. I'm just as excited. I wouldn't say more or less. They just haven't changed. I'm excited. I'm still excited to see it. I'm pumped.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. And dude, your energy over that has got me excited too. And I want to get one more opinion from Ronnie. Ronnie, what do you think about Halloween Kills and all this madness?
I mean, it's a goddamn rat, man.
Well, obviously that's a horrible review right there.
Okay,
Ronnie, come on.
That did not contribute to anything. So just go back to not working. But anyways, I'm all
broken up over here, bitch. I can't work.
Oh gosh, we probably just lost a sub or two by playing that clip. But anyways, guys, as Chris already stated he probably said it the best. Do not let these scores scare you or set you up like to overhype it. Like they are what they are. Just go into it with an open mind and with your own thoughts and opinions and just have a good time, because that's what this movie is going to do for you. It is going to give you a good, entertaining time. Definitely a bloody time for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, this definitely feels like a Saturday night in Vegas to me. I think it's going to be a good time. And I can't wait to see where it goes, man. I think before this thing comes out, we should do another video, just one more prediction video or something like that for the people.
Yeah, for Good Real Hunting, man. So we're definitely going to do it. So, Chris, you got any last thoughts before I wrap this up?
You know, man, in the last trailer, he basically broke a fluorescent light bulb, or the long light bulb, broke one of those in half and shoved it, I think, up a guy's dick hole and then through a chick's throat. So I don't know. I don't know how anyone is not excited about this.
You could
not
just
excited about this at all.
Well, that's one way to brighten up this video. So I'm going to go ahead and get us out of here. So, guys, what did you all think about our thoughts about these reviews for the first showings of Halloween Kills in Venice? Does this get you more excited to go see Halloween Kills, or are you concerned about going seeing Halloween Kills? Let us know in that comment section down below, and let's get that discussion rolling.
And if you want us to find the good reels, you can do so by finding us on Facebook, Instagram, Letter, Twitter box, Snapchat, Apple Podcast, Spotify, TikTok. Those links are in the description for you to find down below.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe. And, of course, ring that bell, ding, 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 so you know when the next videos are up and ready.
And we will see you guys very, very soon to go trick-or-treating.
Keep your boners up.
See you guys.